All right, so I'm sure you might have heard the Nigerian saying, you don't cast. You don't cast means it's no longer special. It's no longer valuable. It's no longer giving. And to use it in an example, if you say, hey, I see a lot of BMWs, a likely response from a Nigerian would be, BMW don't cast, meaning too many people can afford it now. So basically, if too many people have enough prosperity to afford a BMW is no longer valued in the society. And it got me thinking, right? I think that capitalism and consumerism has quietly done something dangerous and destructive to our society. They've changed how we measure human worth. So today, the value of a human being is tied almost entirely to material things. How rich you look, what car you drive, where you live, who you hang out with. It's not character, it's not integrity, it's not contribution, it's all just perception. And see, once that happens, having more than the people around you becomes the goal, not everyone being okay. No. And that's why politicians, for example, they're not really incentivized to fix poverty. Even though we have all these resources and all of this wealth, poverty is what gives them relevance. It gives them control. People who are desperate are easy to lead. They're easy to promise. They're easy to manipulate. And it's the same with religious leaders, right? Poverty becomes a tool, a weapon. If people are struggling, they keep coming back for hope. They keep coming back for miracles, for prayers. So suffering gets spiritualized instead of solved. And it doesn't only matter to the people at the top, right? The average person is doing it too. We all do it. We look sideways at the next person and we're thinking, at least I'm doing better than you. And that comparison becomes our only source of self-validation. And most of us don't even realize that's what we're doing. We even pray it. You shall be the head and not the tail. It sounds good, but why does someone else have to be the tail for me to feel successful? Why can't everyone be okay? When your self-worth comes from comparison, helping others feels like you're losing. And a society that's built on that kind of thinking slowly hurts everyone, including the people who think that they're winning. People who live on the island, they look down on the people who live on the mainland. People who live abroad are looking down at the people who live at home. My Cybertruck makes me feel like I'm better than you because you drive a Honda. Employers feel more worthy than their employees and they treat them like shit. It's created what we call in Nigeria chairman mentality, where everyone wants to have the biggest house on the street. They want to drive the flashiest cars. They want to carry the most expensive handbags. They want to travel abroad multiple times a year to feel validated. And the concept is so crazy that we're constantly looking at our celebrities even. And even the one that owns a Ferrari is feeling inferior because someone else just bought a newer model. And we all still wonder why our leaders don't really care about the average person. Let me ask you this. What is the incentive for a politician in a system like this to fix the schools in his community if his self-validation and his bragging rights come from his kids studying abroad? Why should he care about healthcare for everyone? If I can just hop on a jet to France or the US for treatment, what do I care about the healthcare? Why should you help your friends become successful if your validation comes from being the most successful among your group of friends? We even have generators that we call "I better pass my neighbor." This mentality makes it impossible for people to cooperate and do things for the greater good of everybody. It drives us towards individualism in ways that are detrimental, really, to the greater good of everyone in the society. And I was just thinking about this morning. Like, I'm not blaming anyone. We're all guilty. But I feel like the moment we see this clearly, I think we can start choosing a different direction. It is my belief that a society only moves forward when everyone being okay matters more than you being ahead.